Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about where I personally believe Bitcoin will be from a technical perspective by the end of this month and or April 1st. Now, trust me, you guys, there are a lot of fundamental factors that I do believe will catalyze more short-term upside for Bitcoin. The first and most obvious of which is, of course, the stimulus package that was just passed this morning. $1.9 trillion being printed. This is great news for inflation hedge assets, the king of which, in my opinion, is Bitcoin, the most absolutely and only absolutely scarce asset on this planet at this scale. So very exciting there. And we also have some $1,400 stimmy checks coming to many Americans. Very exciting news as well because, of course, much of that capital, I'd imagine, is going to flow into said inflation hedge assets. That's the first. The second and most obvious, of course, there's other stars aligning from a fundamental perspective, but the second and most critical, in my opinion, is institutional adoption. Okay, so that's what catalyzed the initial move up for Bitcoin over the past few months. But now that Bitcoin is, in my eyes, printing a technical reversal, I think a lot of other whales, a lot of other smart money is seeing this as well. And that is a lot of capital that's going to want to get into Bitcoin fast and establish their positions as soon as possible. Those positions, which are, in my opinion, probably not going to be sold anytime in the near future. Okay, so very bullish fundamentals, but again, we will stick to the charts. So let's get into this. I'll let you guys know how I'm going to structure this video. We'll go over a few topics I'm going to be discussing, and then we'll dive into each one individually. So in front of us, trading view. We got the king, we got Bitcoin, the only chart we're going to be looking at today. So you can't see, I do have Riot and Mara here, two of my personal favorite. I know you guys love these stocks as well, Bitcoin mining stocks that I do believe are going to see a lot of upside ahead. I'm going to make this exact same video. So by the end of the month, my price targets for these two as well. And I do also want to talk about the relationship that Bitcoin stocks has with Bitcoin itself, because I see a lot of people talking about, oh, Bitcoin is ripping, Bitcoin's reaching all-time highs. Why isn't Riot and Mara catching up? So I want to give you guys my thoughts around there, but that will be tomorrow's video, so stay tuned for that. Again, we'll talk Bitcoin. We'll kick it off with the short term. You can see I have the short, medium, and longer term price targets. Longer term, not super long term, but again, by the end of the month, I got 3 price targets. So we'll kick it off with the 12th. The end of this trading week, which is Friday, March 12th. The end of next trading week is going to be my next target, which is the 19th. So the next Friday, after this coming Friday. And then lastly, of course, April 1st or the end of March, where I do see personally, again, you guys, this is just my opinion. This is just what I'm seeing on the charts personally. I do see the infamous six-figure combined digit and figure there, 6-figure Bitcoin that we've been waiting for so long coming into play. So very exciting times here. Again, I will talk to you guys about why these are my price targets, rationalize my thoughts around this, explain each of these trend lines and why I do think each one will come into play. And of course, the great news, targets to the upside. Okay, so very excited to get into that. That is going to be definitely the bulk of this video, the primary subject that we're going to be talking a bunch about in this video. But then, of course, we do have to give a shout out and talk a little bit about one of the great sponsors of the Waves family, Crypto.com, best domain name in the game. And we'll talk about a little bit about what it is. But again, if you guys didn't catch it last time, I want to show you this beautiful metal indigo card that you can purchase things with crypto on. This thing's so sick. If you guys have seen these videos before, you know that I pull these out. I have been using this personally, but I just like to give you guys, I like to put it back in here to give you guys the experience of what it's like actually getting one of these bad boys in. And we'll go into a little bit of the perks about the card. Okay, so of course the bonus links and whatnot will be in the description. Appreciate it if you check it out. Appreciate it if you stick around for the review, because again, we love these. It's such an honor to be sponsored by such revolutionary companies within the crypto industry, and a company that I personally believe will be around for generations. So we will check that out after of course we do check out Bitcoin on the charts. Before we dive into the charts, as always, I will also ask you guys to please give the video a like if you do go on to gain value from it today, or if you're as excited about Bitcoin and Bitcoin related stocks as I am right now. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, want to catch more content like this, do my best to post at least 5 videos a week. And it looks like we are heading into some amazing times. So again, I'm very excited for the near future of this channel as well, because we're so involved in the crypto space. So subscribe if you're new around here. If you're not already, want to catch more content like this once again. And lastly, check out my complete portfolio daily newsletter, first link down in the description, if you want to know how I'm trading Bitcoin, how I'm trading all my crypto related stocks. Very exciting time for crypto related stocks as well. All call options, put options, stock positions, update that every single trading day during market hours. And with every update on the actual portfolio, I also send out a newsletter explaining my thoughts, rationalizing my trades, letting you guys know why I'm trading, what I'm trading, new positions, old positions, as well as throwing some charts in there, again, during trading hours, during when it's actually a little more relevant. So if you guys are interested in more real-time updates from myself, first link down in the description, 15 bucks a month. Really appreciate it if you check it out, but if not, no worries at all. Let's dive into this chart. So Bitcoin, again, we'll start with the short term, start with the end of this week's price target for me personally, move on to the medium-term price target, which is just about 10 days out, and then we will end with the end of month, April 1st price target. Let's hope we don't get fooled here. Okay, so let's scroll in here. Of course, we will stick this entire analysis from a technical perspective on 4-hour candles. Many of you guys know that from a swing trader's perspective, from a more short to medium-term perspective, which is how I trade personally, I think 4-hour candles are the best telltale of what's going on. Okay, so Bitcoin is, again, looking very, very strong. We discounted this head and shoulders pattern that we have been looking at beginning of February. Again, left shoulder head, right shoulder. We didn't play this out. We broke above some levels that confirmed to me now that we will very, very likely not play this head and shoulder out and come down to test support. We are technically in an uptrend. You can see right here, just a very general uptrend. Over the past few days, that's when we really broke out. And it's looking very promising for me. This purple line right here, which is almost coming into play, which I did think would come into play prior to seeing a little pullback, is a trend line that has acted as a pretty significant line of support, both support and resistance, since the end of January. So we know this trend line is in play. It's bounced many times off this and has actually used it as support right here. And yeah, that's it. Doesn't surprise me that we came up, almost touched it to the T, are seeing a little pullback, but I can't imagine we are down 1.22% right now, still significantly up on the day. But I do think it's likely that Bitcoin just stops right here, sets a higher low, again, high, low, higher high, probably higher low. We go flat maybe, and then come up, break through this trend line right here. Again, not really relevant in the short term, but it was a more macro medium term trend line that I did think it would come into play. So I think we will ultimately break above this very, very soon. 59K is going to be a break above this if we hit it tomorrow. And then I think it's very likely once we break above this, once we break 59K, 60K is going to be a new all-time high for Bitcoin. That's going to create a lot of positive momentum just from a general investor sentiment perspective. It's going to be very optimistic to set a new all-time high, of course. Okay, so cross 60K, that would be a new all-time high, and I think it's very likely that we do ultimately after that come up to test the line of resistance on the shorter term uptrend beginning on March 1st. So you see this touch point here, this touch point here, we are still on this same shorter term rally, and I think it's very likely that Bitcoin by the end of the week, if all goes accordingly, maybe it happens sometime this weekend, I don't know, but this would take us to a $67,000 Bitcoin if we do hit it by the end of the week. And considering this is a very steep trend line, say we hit it March 13th, by this weekend, that would take us to a $70,000 Bitcoin. Okay, so that is what I think will play out over the short term by the end of this week, maybe going into the weekend. Just again, you guys, because there is so much bullish fundamental sentiment and the technicals are looking great as well. Also, before moving any further, I show you guys this sometimes, but this is just a fun thing to look at. So this is, why can't I scroll down here? It's not letting me scroll down, you guys. See, can I scroll down like this? Why can't I scroll down? Oh, that's irritating. Well, anyway, TradingView has a meter that shows strong sell, neutral buy, and strong buy using their native algorithm. And I do trust TradingView's algorithm. I don't put a whole lot of weight on the strong buy rating, but Bitcoin is considered a strong buy by TradingView right now. Again, this is a very complex platform. I imagine their algorithm is pretty competent. So it's just like a cherry on top, in my opinion. That's just a fun thing I want to share with you guys before going into the medium-term price target. So draw some arrows real quick. Arrow first target, again, by this weekend, I would assume, is going to be about $67,000, which from this point here is a very, very beautiful price appreciation. The second target, if we go here, is going to be a little higher. So maybe once we go parabolic, we will go a little more sideways to this thicker trend line right here, this orange price target, which would come out if we hit it on March 19th to about $79,000, all right, which is again very exciting considering we're at 55 now. This trend line is a very, very significant trend line that was in play from February 8th to February 21st. So over the span of a couple weeks, this trend line was definitely in play. You can see we got rejected by it, and that's when we started this shorter term downtrend over the course of late February and going into March. But I do think it's very likely this trend line once again comes into play. Again, by the end of next week, March 19th, that is a very important day for the stock market, because I do believe that will be a triple witching when many options contracts close out. I'll go a little more into detail about that tomorrow, but just keep that in mind. And I do believe that is also a positive catalyst for Bitcoin, because again, there's a lot of capital flowing out there. There's more capital being printed than ever, more US dollars, creates inflation. Capital is still going to want to be put to work, and if it's not doing its job in the equity markets, primarily in like the tech sector and some overhyped sectors of the market, like EVs, cannabis, some stuff like that, I think that Bitcoin is perfectly poised to consume a lot of that capital, and of course a lot of Bitcoin related stocks like Riot as well. Okay, so again, my price target medium term by the end of next week, March 19th, which is again Friday of next week, would be about $79,000. If we can break above this, I think it's very, very likely that once we close, say we just close above $80,000 by the end of next week, I think it's very likely that we ultimately come to test the long-term line of resistance on the greater uptrend beginning all the way back in December 17th when we saw this current rally. We're currently still on this rally. Again, higher highs, higher lows. It's taken a while. It's spanning a few months, but again, that's what you want to see from a greater bull market, the super cycle as some call it. So longer term price target is simply by the end of this month. If we test it March 31st, that would, again, taking these points of contact, this first high right here, this initial high, the second high right here set at the beginning of the year. If we do break through this more medium term resistance right here, once again at about $80,000, I think it's very likely that we ultimately come up to, once again, the infamous 6-digit Bitcoin, the 6 figures, and test about $108,000, which is where we'd be on March 31st. And again, the later we choose to strike this overall line of resistance, if we do break through this is going to be a very significant line of resistance. So keep that in mind. I'd be very surprised I'd be very surprised if we did not see a short-term pullback at each of these levels that I've been talking about. Okay, so again, each of these are price targets, but they're also areas of resistance. So don't be surprised, don't be shocked if we do pull back. Maybe we hit like $78,000 again by the end of the next week, come back down to test this previous high, or maybe we hit again by the end of this week. Maybe we go parabolic over the next couple days, test $67,000, come back down to this previous high at about 58, and then move up to here, come back down, test the previous high. Just set a series of higher highs and higher lows. You guys, nothing goes straight up and straight down forever. Bitcoin is a very highly traded asset, so you have to embrace the volatility. But again, that's why I swing trade. That's why I don't day trade. I keep my eyes on at least the medium to longer term prize, and I found that to be the most lucrative. And you just have to keep those hands strong. Okay, so as I always endorse, keep the hands strong, diamond hands, as many of the Wall Street bettors have started to say. But again, it's all the same. Strong hands, diamond hands, hands that don't sell the asset if you see some red. So just stay strong. Try not to get scared away. But again, you guys always make your own decisions. This is just my thoughts, just because I'm saying all this. And again, I've been right many times. I've been wrong many times as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. Always do your own research. Make your own decisions, guys. So to sum it up, like I've already said, let's hope we see that 6-figure Bitcoin by April, and that would be very exciting, and that would almost take us to $110,000 Bitcoin, which is absolutely insane. But at the same time, it doesn't surprise me at all, because Bitcoin is such an obviously good asset, especially in a world where trillions and trillions of dollars of fiat currencies are being printed out of thin air. Bitcoin, again, only 18 million in circulation right now, only 21 million, likely way less than that because so much has been lost when Bitcoin was worth significantly less. There's probably only going to be, I would say, like 19, maybe 20 million Bitcoin in circulation for the remainder of human history, and it's the only absolutely scarce, provably scarce asset on this planet. Not even enough for every millionaire on the planet at this moment in time. I believe there's like 80 millionaires on the planet, 80 million millionaires on the planet. So yeah, just do the math there. Not even every millionaire can own like a third of a Bitcoin. Okay, so very exciting there, you guys. Again, just wanted to share my price target. This video was more fun. Let's move into once again Such a cool platform with the best, with inarguably the best domain on the planet. Always curious as to how much they paid for this domain. I'm not going to ask them, but they sealed it, and it's a great app as well. So the world's fastest growing crypto app, joined 10 plus million users, buying and selling 100 plus cryptocurrencies at true cost. Spend with Crypto.com Visa card, get up to 8% back. Grow your portfolio by earning up to 14% interest on your crypto. So this, again, Crypto.com does it all. The logo is sick. I love everything. The UI of this app is beautiful. Beautifully designed site, beautifully designed app. Let's quickly take a look at the metal Visa cards, and I'll break this one out for you right now. So again, I did this the past 2 times. I do use this pretty frequently because it's crazy how you can, because they're partnered with Visa, anywhere that takes Visa, the crypto coins that you have in your crypto wallet can be transferred to this card, and you can pretty much spend this at Target. If you go out for dinner, you can spend it, and that's exactly what I've been doing. And if you do sign up through the link below, you do get $25 in CRO, of course, because they are a partner. I get it as well if you use that link, so it's a win-win situation. But again, you guys, this is a sick card. I will try to bang it maybe on the glasses. Can you hear that? This thing is heavy, if you guys can hear me slapping it on the table, but this is beefy. I love the look of this. This is the Royal Indigo card, and again, I've been using it. It feels so sick, and it just makes me that much more excited to be involved in the space now that I can use. Look how good this site is. Look how beautiful this UI and this design is. So this is the black card. I will work up towards, oh my God, let's go through that whole sequence. That's so sick. I haven't seen this. They just implemented this. Oh my goodness. So this is happening as I scroll, which is brilliant. Okay. So again, these are beautiful cards, you guys. I do have to reach out. The goal, I'm going to try to make this happen at least by summertime, is to get the Obsidian card. You cannot have the black metal Crypto.com card if it's available. So I will be going for this. Again, you do need 5 million CRO, which is pretty significant, but you get 8% back with that. You get 5% back with the frosted rose gold and icy white cards. These are beautiful as well, like the platinum and rose gold. 3% back with the one I have. Again, this is the Royal Indigo, I believe is the color name of this. Beautiful card there. You get 3% back, but even on these, the Midnight Blue, which is free, you get 1% back, and the Ruby Steel, you get 2% back. Again, you get this back in crypto. If you have this, like, it's just so sick that you can pay with crypto. So many people I still hear, like, just listening to podcasts, people who aren't super familiar with the crypto space, like we're very fortunate to be, still think that there's not an easy way to pay with cryptocurrencies. They're still like, oh, it's like hard to liquidate. It's hard. If you want to just buy something at a store, you have to transfer it to an exchange. If you have it on a wallet, you have to liquidate that, transfer it to USD, transfer it to your bank account, which can take time. I say no, because there's this product right here that you can spend crypto with through any merchant that accepts Visa, which is, I think we can all agree, pretty much every merchant on the planet accepts Visa. So again, you guys, if you sign up to get one of these cards through my link below, I'd really appreciate it. We both get $25 in CRO token, which is rising by the day. Crypto.com app gives me is actually the one app I have notifications on for all price action for actual cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin's up, BNB's up, Crypto.com is up 5%. Love to see that. Just saw that this morning, which you love to see. So again, we are getting $25 in CRO token, which is appreciated by the day. So maybe one day that'll be worth 50, $100, maybe even 1,000 if this bull market really extends. And because Crypto.com is such a sick site, I have no doubt in my mind that one day it could be worth $500,000. Okay, so no promises there. That's just my opinion. And again, I really appreciate it if you check these guys out. It is an absolute honor to have a site as reputable and as revolutionary, and again, a true generational company in my opinion, sponsoring the channel, being a part of the Waves fam. So please go show them some love. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. So as always, let me know down below if you're excited about Bitcoin, what your price targets for Bitcoin are right now. If you think we're hitting 60 plus K by the end of the week, 70 plus K by the end of next week, or maybe we just go sideways for a little bit and then shoot up April 1st. Again, let's hope we don't get fooled here, to the infamous 6-figure Bitcoin. So I appreciate you guys. Again, talk to me about literally anything you want down below. I'll catch you in the comment section downstairs. And until next time, always remember, take action. Make waves. Peace.